In this video, I will explain in detail the concept of consideration. Consideration is also known as the badge of enforceability in the agreement. The case law Curie vs. Misa from the year 1875 explains this as some right, interest, profit or benefit to one party or some detriment, loss or forbearance suffered by the other. In more simple words, consideration is anything that is done or given to show seriousness towards the dealing. To understand this more, have a look at this example. This is Alex and this is Ben. Alex and Ben are having discussion regarding the sale of Ben's car worth £10,000. They have both agreed to the terms and have reached a contract. To show seriousness, Alex has given a fraction of the price of the car, which is £2,500. Now this £2,500 is the valid consideration. Even a thing as little as agreeing to pay in cash, where this provides convenience to the other party, can be consideration. Consideration is of two types. First is executed consideration. This is where the consideration has already been provided when the contract is formed. Executed consideration is normally seen in unilateral contracts, because unilateral contracts are formed when offeree accepts the offer through conduct. Now have a look at this example. Alex lost his car and he has put up a unilateral offer offering £1,000 to someone who finds his car. This is Steve. Steve finds Alex's car and returns it to him. Now here, after knowing about the offer, when Steve starts to find the car, he began performance. And when he had done so, he completed the performance and thereby provided consideration. Steve, in finding the car, provided the consideration, which is the executed consideration. Here Steve has executed consideration, for which now Alex has to give £1,000 as mentioned in the offer. The other type of consideration is executory consideration. This is where a contract requires something to be done in the future. To understand this, have a look at this example. This is Steve and this is Imran. Steve and Imran have a contract whereby Imran has to paint his house. Now here, the house has to be painted in future. So if Steve pays in advance to secure the contract, it will hence be executory consideration. Since Imran has to paint the house in future, which means that he is to execute the consideration. Therefore, it is executory consideration. You must not think that consideration is only provided where payment is made in advance. Even if Steve doesn't pay in advance, consideration is provided by both. Imran's promise to paint is the valid consideration in return for Steve's promise to pay.